What is happening, guys? Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting a series of videos that will examine the new products coming from a brand that I really enjoy, one that I've talked a lot about here on the channel, Don Juan. These guys have been super hard at work lately and released just a whole bunch of new stuff, and we will be going through it one by one, looking at each one of them, and we're starting first with the all-new Don Juan Grooming Spray. Alright, according to the brand, the Don Juan Grooming Spray is a pre-styler that gives hair texture with a light hold and a natural finish. They say it works well as a standalone product or as a pre-styler for use in combination with other Don Juan products. Scent-wise here, it features what they call a summer breeze scent. Beyond that, it is water-soluble and it comes in an 8-ounce bottle for $14.99 US. Looking closer here at the bottle, we can see it's a really good size, being 8 ounces, and it has a fine mist sprayer on there, which seems to work very well. It sprays just as expected. There's really nothing special or important to report here. It sprays. Now, since this is a pre-styler, we will be using it as such in the normal method of application, which is clean, damp hair. I'll be spraying it through, making sure it gets nice and worked in, and then I'll be blow drying it to get it all activated and styled in. At this stage in the game, it really doesn't feel much different. It's just wet in the hair at this point, which is normal, I think. There isn't really any stickiness or anything to report at this stage, so we do need to get the heat going so we can see what this brings to the table. And as I blow dry it, I'm just combing it back into the normal position I usually like it to go, and then I let the heat and the product partner up here to bring out the result, which is what we have here. And what I see is quite a bit of volume. Obviously, there's a bunch of volume there. You can see that for yourself. I think traditional hold or stickiness isn't quite there in this stage in the game. Like it's not sticky or tacky at all in the hair, you know, when you're running your fingers through it, but it is nicely controlled, so the effective hold is there, I'd say, in a moderate level through control. It's obviously not locked in or anything, which really it shouldn't be, but it is controlled. There's a nice foundation for a later product to come in and take this style all the way to the finish line. We can also see that it's not having any effects in the hair that would make styling difficult, like drying the hair out, or even going the opposite direction and making it shiny, or adding any type of greasy effect, or even weighing it down, something that's going to impact the post styler. I think this really just sets things up nicely for whatever post styler you really want to go with. Personally, what I really liked about this spray here was that it controlled the hair really nicely. It provided great volume and it didn't dry the hair out like some grooming sprays can do. I've tried a bunch of grooming sprays at this point, and drying out the hair is something that I found to be very common. I also like that the style is nicely set up for post styling, and the pre-styler isn't getting in the way of the post styler. It sort of just does its thing, and then it says like, okay, I'm done, you take over. You come in and bring things the full 100. That being said, I do think the texture was a little bit light, at least the visible texture was. I didn't see much of that in there in the final style. But one thing I can tell you is that this rinses out with just water. I mean, it's immediate. It's like it was never there. It's super easy. And the scent, it's a cologne type scent. They call it Summer Breeze, I believe, but it's a cologne type scent, and it smells really nice. It's not, you know, super in your face, you know, overly strong, but it's still present. So for me, I thought it was well done. Overall, I have to say I'm pretty pleased with this grooming spray. Yes, the texture was a little bit light, and maybe the hold was a little bit lighter than what I would have done it if it was my grooming spray, but I do think that it does set you up really nicely for one of their other products to come in and really finish off the style. And speaking of other Don Juan products, we are going to be looking at an entire line of surf themed products that they recently released. I'm going to go through each one of them with you. I'm going to show you guys a lot of options that you can use with this spray, or, you know, by themselves, something like that. So if you want to check out Don Juan for yourself, a link will be in the description there for you as usual. If you enjoyed this review, make sure you hit that thumbs up for me. And if you haven't yet done so, you got to hit that subscribe button. That's a huge help, and it really keeps you looped in for the latest videos. That is it, though, for this one. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel today and checking this out with me. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.